What a miserable day. Looks like strong winds again. Maybe I should play a storm-related game. Something like Bulletstorm for the PlayStation 3. But is this one any good? Do you know what? I couldn't really give a
Fun is what you might expect when you see the cover of Bulletstorm, but never judge a book blah blah blah. This game smashed its way onto PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and Windows in 2011. And judging by the cover, it's going to be all out action with this guy kicking and shooting scumbags everywhere. When I picked this up on release, it kinda reminded me of Bionic Commando, so it seemed like a great purchase. So what's it all about? You play as Grayson Hunt, a space pirate who's after revenge on General Serrano after tricking him into assassinating innocent people. Bulletstorm is a first-person shooter that's a little bit different from all the rest. Essentially, you do the same as all the others, where you move from one point to the next, killing everything in your way. But you don't just use a gun. You can use your foot and an energy leash. If, for example, your enemy is out of reach, you can fire your leash at them and pull them towards you. This will send them flying through the air towards you in slow motion, where you can either shoot them to bits or kick them into the scenery, where they can be brutally killed, like being fried or impaled on spikes. You have 8 weapons in total, and some are unusual, a bit like Duke Nukem. You can upgrade them by leashing a pod, which may be found a few times per level. They can be upgraded to hold more ammo, or simply upgrade them for better precision and better fire rate. You have 7 levels to get through, each have a number of sub-levels to them. All levels look great, although very samey. I get it, it's an apocalyptic world, where it's all destroyed, so it will look all the same. But it just feels a bit boring at times, like you're going round in circles. Aiming seems to be a little awkward at times, but fortunately you don't have to be deadly accurate with the whip. Same goes with the whole slow motion enemy flying towards you before you shoot them to bits or kick their head off. It's fun for a while, but soon becomes a ball ache and it's just easier to shoot them. The other thing that pisses me off with games like this is the female with attitude and balls. It's not the character itself, it's the I know it all and you don't kind of attitude, or the I grew up with 3 brothers bullshit cliche.
I'm not exactly feeling charitable at the moment. You figure it out in the next 15 seconds and hey, I'll grant you a wish.
You'll find a similar character in one of the Need for Speed games, where it's just not necessary. It's cringy as hell. The men aren't much better either in those games. And that's all there is to it. I'm not going through it level by level, as there's no point. You essentially do the same thing in each one, and that's kill and move on to the next area. Is it worth getting today though? It's not a bad game, I suppose. I remember enjoying it to some degree, but I can't say I remember any of the levels. So for me it's something that was worth a playthrough, but not something I'd ever enjoy thoroughly a second time round. There's only so many times you can brutally kill an enemy before the gimmick wears off. But it does control well. Once you've got the hang of the controls it becomes quite easy. Some of the bosses are quite tough, but I found running in circles and shooting helped out there. The graphics and sound are good too. As I've mentioned, the post-apocalyptic scenery is a tricky one to really wow people, and because it all looks the same, then it doesn't become memorable. For the price this demands now, which is only a few quid, it's worth playing. They even re-released it for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, so it must have a lot of fans for this to be re-released. I think for anyone playing it for the first time will have a blast with this, but it's not something that's going to be played over and over again for me.
They use Confederate technology. Doesn't make sense. We're in the side quads. No colonies or Confederate troops anywhere near here.